Fucker! Stop doing that. Leave it alone.
Versus Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Choose your alter ego.
Let's go, bub.
Ready. Fight.
Well, this game's still broken. I think I might just refund this game. It's all kinds of messed up. Apparently I'm not the only one. I found a thread in here talking about how if they have any programs open, it runs like garbage. Which is exactly what I'm trying to do. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, is this person here? The PC version's like the worst version of this game because of the DRM, I think. The DRM and the matchmaking doesn't work. I give them like a day to fix it, and I'm just going to refund it. Yeah, see? It's lagging when I have OBS open. It must be fighting for resources while I have OBS open, even if I'm not streaming. Now, see, I didn't have that problem. If I have OBS open, I just tested before I fed the cats. If I have OBS open and I'm not streaming, it runs fine. But when I start streaming, it like maxes out the CPU for some reason. I don't know. It's less that. I don't really care about not being able to stream it. I mean, I have plenty of games on here like this I can't stream. But the matchmaking doesn't work, and they haven't even made a statement about it, so that's kind of pushing me away. We're charging $50 for a remaster, and like the main reason to play it doesn't work. I don't know about that. They really need to at least like make a statement. I don't expect them to fix it right away, but the PC player base is dying at an alarming rate. Should have said something by now. also shouldn't be released in that state in the first place. That's the other thing. Like, the main reason that people are buying it doesn't work. That's modern games for you. They release broken and buggy and half done, and they expect you to wait. And like, no, you fix it now. Oh well. Got FF16 in 3 days, so if they don't fix Marvel by then, I'll refund and I'll probably just get Reynatus instead. Standard broken launch. I saw somebody in a Twitch stream saying people are impatient for refunding. I'm like, come on, it should work. It also doesn't have crossplay, so that's just making things worse too. The game's on like 5 platforms. My problem with that demo is it's the same problem as all those other demos that started at the beginning of the game. Like, by the time you figure out if you like the gameplay or not, it ends. I really think that demo could have benefited from being the kind of demo where they just kind of plop you in a dungeon with like most of the game mechanics. But yeah, if I refund Marvel, I'll probably get that instead. PC port is rock solid. I haven't tested it on here yet. I don't know if it'll be a game I can stream, but yeah, I'm interested. I was already kind of interested because it's made by the Memory of Heroes team, I think. But yeah, nice of them to do a PC demo. We often don't get demos on PC. So too worried about data mining. Yeah, the demo was solid. Yeah, combat takes some getting used to. I think it's a real cock tease that when they let you switch characters, you only get like one 20-second enemy fight. So I can't tell like how the tagging works. I might see if I can get a key for that. I might apply tomorrow when I get home. That game's totally gonna get buried, though. It's way too expensive for how it looks. I'm not big on graphics personally, but most people are. Kind of a problem. I think it's mostly just that like indie games are like half that price and look a lot better. A lot of people aren't going to be able to get past that. It is a fun game though. I don't know how much the combat's going to evolve though. That's kind of a concern I have with that game too. It's less the graphics and more the price. The price is the problem. They haven't really priced it with competing indie games that look better than that game and are like $20, $30 cheaper. A lot of people aren't going to be able to look past that. Personally, it doesn't bother me. I like PS2 games. I like stuff like Assault Spy. I'm not super big on graphics. As long as it's not like, what's it called, like skeletal animation that looks really bad. I don't mind. I don't need like high-end graphics to enjoy something, but at that price, kind of a little bit delusional. What happens when Switch is your lead platform. I mean, the good thing is when the PC port comes out, it's like perfect, but gamers are too obsessed with graphics, which is part of what's making developing games unsustainable. People want photorealistic graphics, but those games have the gameplay death of a puddle. Not interesting to me. I'd rather play something like this that's fun and replayable. It's not like this game has bad graphics, but a lot of people won't play it because it's pixel art. Gameplay is the focus. mean, have you ever looked at Twitter when they, whenever they announce the new PS Plus games? A bunch of dude bro normies complaining that they don't give away AAA games. I'm like, those games get dirt cheap after like a year anyway. Isn't it more interesting? You know, if PS Plus gave stuff like this away, I would have stayed subscribed. This is the kind of stuff I want. Stuff that's off the beaten path and interesting, and not just a cutscene simulator. Come from the era of the arcade and the 8-bit home console era. Gameplay is what's important to me above all else. I'll play something that doesn't look that great, or maybe not like super AAA polished. It's just fun. Engaged, I'll play it. Don't necessarily need it to look photorealistic. I couldn't find anybody who knew what they were doing the combat on Reynatus, so I don't know. It's a bit of a crapshoot. Yeah, I'm busy right now. What? Yes. Yes. I already fed them. I'll get their stuff later. Yes, I do that every night. You're welcome. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Bullshit. Oh well. He stayed locked on, even though I dodged multiple times somehow. It doesn't matter. There's nothing else left to do in this game. Taking a while to get out the next update, so the game's kind of dry at the moment. Oh, this is Dragon is Dead. Sorry, I didn't see your message. My neighbor was talking to me on the phone. This is Dragon is Dead. It's roguelike with Diablo loot, but it's not finished. It's early access. Everyone's favorite. They've been updating pretty regularly, but it's kind of hard to recommend the game right now because it needs meta progression, and they pushed it back like legit like 3 months. So I think it's worth the $20, but they're also doing like very minuscule updates until then. So if you like what you see, grab it, but it's definitely early access. It's better than other early access games I've played because they better than other early access games I played just because they update pretty quickly. Let's go mainstream for a little bit. I haven't played this game in months. Let's go mainstream for a little bit. It's okay to go mainstream sometimes. I actually don't like Hades as much as other people do. This game definitely set a standard for amount of content you launch with, which is probably a bad thing. It's probably actually a bad thing. I felt like Towerborn, that beat-em-up service game I've been playing that's in early access, I definitely feel like they got mega pressured to release that game with a ton of content. Everything's got to have as much content as Hades 2 now, which is probably really anxiety-inducing for the people that are making these games. Hades 2, this game at launch has more content than the first one did. I just don't like the combat in these games that much. Like, it's alright.
Farewell, Commander.
Definitely not the biggest fan.
Headmistress, guide me.
Right upon.
There. Silence.
I actually thought this game really sucked at launch because you couldn't animation cancel. Your animation locked in everything. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Why are we so scared to make our action game characters responsive? It'd be like the first thing you do when you make an action game, like make them feel responsive. Even like Souls games are more responsive than this was at launch, which I didn't quite understand why. Souls games are hard by design, but they're also like not permadeath. You decide to make your game permadeath, you kind of have to have a very responsive character. It's gotta feel like getting hit is your fault, not the character doesn't respond.
Some of these golden
Luckily, they
coins.
listened. Hey, listen, they fixed that within like a week or two of launch. It's just like, why was the game like that in the first place? Slow action games work fine, but you know, when you do it permadeath, I feel like otherwise it doesn't look good.
The lightning sigil.
Maybe diligent.
All right. I'm ready. Almighty chaos, with your experiments so vast.
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not.
Almighty chaos. Shadow Spiller. It's clear again. Remember that.
I never heard he said that.
This feeling, oh.
Hook and load it. Oh.
You've been so busy.
Of course, you big silly. All in an evening's work. I'll be right here, all right?
This one? It's a deal.
Here, Nemesis.
Really think this is the perfect time for us to just kick.
Would you indulge me for a moment? Wait, are you certain there's no charge for this? Ensnared. Sister Selene. Selene, I now...
Little stuff.
You honor me, sister.
I call upon the moon and draw you down.
I held to faith your task would not require your choice. Moonwater. Thus we are bound.
Officially, I'm keeping tabs on you. You're not supposed to know, just... And yeah.
And we're off.
Ahead of the other.
At last.
Headmistress.
There is so... Cross flames awaken! Look now upon the moon. Join me, sisters. Damname Isia! How did that miss? Fire. Well fought again, Mel.
I prevailed.
Dust Diver 2 is another really underrated action game. It's one of the best games I played last year. Very good game.
Granddaughter.
Actually was a little bit
You,
rough
my
at
girl,
launch.
I'm...
Ruinous.
How
Give it time is solid.
Then watch this.
Really enjoyed it. Well, I hope it sold enough to make another one, but it seems like it kind of bombed. I didn't really hear anybody talking about it. The first one was like
That song again.
average at best, so I can see why people wouldn't want to go like super nuts for a new one, but it's a really good game. Nice to see like PS2 style action games still come out. Combat was pretty unique with the tagging and the stuff that was in it.
Stats are up.
boatmen still ply.
I'm soaked. Superior might. Thank you, hidden spiderlings. And now for you. Olympus, I accept this message. Greater might. I have the gold. Thank you for your service.
Good, you're just in time for a set.
Is it any better than the one?
No, it's not, because all of... ungrateful.
That's quite enough of them. A pearl.
Collected works of sailor slain skiller.
You're such a mess, that little dress. Oh, gods. Out of here. Mustn't stay for long. More to discover. Looking for several different points.
I should mention, people that have played this might notice I have 2 dashes. I put a mod on to give it 2 dashes.
More of this tainted gold.
Because I'm not playing this for the channel. This is just a casual, mostly offline game. But yeah, you can only dash once in this game. A lot of people really hate that. So somebody made a mod to let you dash twice like the first game. Since I got the true ending in the first game, I just put it like that. I really like to use mods if I'm like completely done with the game, or you know, I'm not making guides for it. But this, I'm not making any content for this.
You really are.
Casual game.
Hear me, on my authority. One to go.
I had to hold off on the Gundam Breaker mods until I until I beat the game. It's a shame that game doesn't have much content. It's kind of
Should I take
out
it?
of things to do on it already. Can't even get all the achievements yet.
What? Corrupted shades. Follow the golden petal path.
Beware the evil eye. Let's see whether the fates are. Let's get started.
Come on then. More.
Got you. Fight them.
Part of the game sucks. I think that's why I stopped playing this game. Why do we need a big open area? Nice that it was kind of just like a arcade game. And then they decided to make it all open. I don't know why. The Reynatus demo is available, Shakesman. It's actually kind of a shit demo, though. Because it's one of those demos that everybody fucking asks for. It's actually not great. Where it legit starts you at the beginning of the game. They always use the the marketing ploy of, oh, you can carry over your progress. I would rather have a demo. I don't know if you guys remember the Tales of Berseria demo. That put you in like the middle of the game. They found like one dungeon that had like no major plot points. It was basically just filler. And they gave you all the game mechanics. And that was what made me buy that game. The problem with the Ray Natus demo is by the time you get to the character switching, you get like a literal 15-second battle. And then it says, oh, you gotta buy the full game now. It starts really bare bones. It's actually a pretty garbage demo. The FF16 demo, for what it's worth, kind of has the same problem. Starts with an auto-scroller. You go through the tutorial and you get like one dungeon where you don't really have anything. The thing about the FF16 demo that's great is that they give you kind of the same thing, a dungeon, a couple hours in, with more stuff than you would have at that point. So like you could actually try the combat. That demo is the best of both worlds. But yeah, I'm actually, for like action games, I'm really not a fan of when the demo is just like the first 2 hours of the game, because unless it's got like no progression, it's not really indicative of like the other 20, 30, 40 hours you'll be playing. The Ray Natus demo is decent to, you know, see if the port is good and try it out, but legit, you get like one boss fight where you actually get to, you know, see how the combat works, and then you get one like 15-second fight where with the switching, and then the demo just abruptly ends. So I'm still on the fence about it, to be honest, just because the demo is terrible. Then people complain about demos like the ones I mentioned, where you're actually given, you know, time to mess with the mechanics, see if you like the gameplay. The FF16 demo was really good for that reason. Like, you know, if you want to ease into the game and, you know, check out the story, get a tutorial, it's good, but you have like no moves in the demo also. Like 0 moves in the demo. You go look at any high-level gameplay for FF16 and it doesn't look anything like the demo. It's a completely different game. Yeah, the FF16 demo is probably one of the better demos because it gives you both of those things I mentioned. Eases you into the game, and then like, you know, if you want to try the combat, they give you a little dungeon you can do for like 15 minutes.
Cleared.
If you don't like the dungeon, you won't like the rest of the game, so I think that's a pretty good indicator, personally.
Let me help you. Why don't we try again? Look upon me. Lost.
You know, the Tales of Vesperia demo was like that too. Tales of Vesperia demo is, we're gonna give you the first major difficulty spike boss,
Good to see
but
you
like
again, my lord.
you're actually statistically weaker than you would be if you were actually playing the game normally. And like everybody got filtered by that boss and didn't buy the game. That demo is actually really shitty too. They learned from their mistakes though, because the Tales of Graces demo was like in the future arc with like all the mechanics unlocked, and it was piss easy. I definitely think that's better than
always, cousin.
we're gonna give you a boss that's gonna make you go bald, and then don't want to play the game anymore. It's actually a garbage demo. Vesperia demo was one of the worst demos I've played for that reason. It's a hard boss. The Kittysitting is a hard boss when you actually have the full version. The demo is very weak. And you also have to factor in, like, not being good at the game, not playing a Tales game before. Oh, that Mirage Feathers game? Yeah, the anime girls are a major turnoff for me. I hate that shit. Can't stand screaming anime girls. Biggest turnoff for me. Hoping you can make it so they don't talk at least. That was what made Gray's Council playable. Turn off the anime voices.
There's one.
It's not Furyu that's making, what's it called, Reynatus. It's Natsume Atari. I think it's the same people that did the Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes game, which was like the only reason I was interested in checking it out. The only reason I was interested. Like, that game is underrated, really good action game. Just happens to have the Kamen Rider license. I don't think it will be as good as that game, though. The game had a lot of hidden depth and really awesome replay value with New Game Plus. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to make it open like this.
Where was I?
Kinda makes me not want to bother playing this anymore. No, I totally agree with you. What was wrong with just linear levels to go through? This just feels like padding the game out. It's already got enough padding with all the grinding. I don't get what this adds to the game. Besides just padding. It's the same thing in the first game with trying to find the bag from the rats. I always felt like blatant padding. Do you serve any purpose?
Cerberus, is that you? I'm going to help you, boy, no matter what.
I've always thought Hades is overrated. Like, it's a good game, but there's better roguelikes for gameplay. Maybe not for story. I mean, definitely not for story. Like me and you're only playing for the gameplay, you can do a lot better than Hades.
Hey, get back here. You will stay out of this.
combat, boring, slow. Don't really enjoy playing this game. I keep trying to give it a chance. It's just way worse than all the roguelikes with no story. I don't care about the story. Gameplay is kind of whatever. Try to play way more than over this. I always thought these games are overrated.
Having shed
Good overall products, but I just
No, wait, stay.
really only play roguelikes for the gameplay, and the gameplay in this is average.
Where did he go?
Not big on it at all.
He was guarding the gates.
The combat was actually objectively terrible. It was worse than the
Pure
first
water.
game. They fixed that,
Okay.
luckily.
Let's see if this works.
Couldn't cancel out of animations. You got animation wrong all the time in a permadeath roguelike. And people were actually going to bat for them and saying, "Oh, she's a maid. She's supposed to be slow and methodical." Like, what the fuck, man? It's a permadeath roguelike. If I want my character to be responsive, it should be in a game where I die once and I have to go back to the beginning. Even FromSoft's Fat Roll character is more responsive than this chick before they did the patch.
the exposed inner working.
Like, I don't know, man. You make it a permadeath roguelike, making it unresponsive is just null and void.
Central control.
The character needs to be more responsive.
There.
You can't just go back to a bonfire and fight the boss again. You gotta go through the whole damn game from scratch.
You are trespassing
Feel
on
like
private
when you die it's your fault. Not because the character just kind of stares off into space and doesn't cancel. Luckily they listened. It was interesting to see people actively defend bad gameplay. The game's not going to be easy just because the character is responsive. You need to get away from that mindset. It's actively ruining action games.
No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
I need my character to not respond to my butt presses for the realism. She's a maid, she's not supposed to be responsive. People are actually fucking saying that. Like, if you played Wizard of Legend, dude, the wizards in that game are way better than this chick. Wizards and Wizards of Legend are the only time I've actually enjoyed playing as a mage in a video game. Need to be included in animations.
Could head straight for Kronos, or... That's a substantial Satan. master will fare no better.
Well,
In the name of Hades.
the first game you could like cancel out of anything like frame 1. It was a lot faster. For some reason they tried to slow the game down, but then like that kind of
Few
doesn't work.
chambers left.
Kind of doesn't work in a permadeath. Combat in the first game was actually quite a bit better. They added some new stuff to this, but it's just like how all of it is basically revolving around stopping. I just use bots for this game because I really only play it casually. Pretty much how I run this channel. I use mods after I beat the game, or if I just don't give a shit about making content, which is what the tier of this game is. Like Gundam, I didn't use any mods until I cleared that. Like this, I couldn't clear that. Not the biggest fan of Hades. I thought the first one was a good game, but I had like a fraction of time on it that I did on other roguelikes that have better gameplay. Well, I'm annoyed that there's so many Hades clones. It's like my least favorite kind of roguelike. That and Vampire Survivors. I see those, I see the gameplay, and I immediately lose interest. Something like Blaze Blue Entropy Effect caught my eye like instantly because it wasn't Hades clone. Some of the progression of Entropy Effect is very similar to this, but combat is okay.
Let me show you the way. Didn't work.
This shit. Why do we gotta have mini games?
Join me.
Anything but letting you keep moving. Fuck this, man. I don't like this game. I wish I could get my money back. The combat's just boring. I don't like all the extra stuff. Third level sucks. Just don't find this to be the best roguelike ever have. I just want the game to end at this point. Third level took all the momentum out. People haven't played real top tier roguelike like so many. That game is way more up my alley than this. This is kind of just not really holding my interest. Maybe I need to install some mods for it. Get my money for it.
You.
I don't like this game.
Return to Shadow now.
Combat sucks.
Not good
Play a better
enough.
roguelike. I'm not feeling this game at all. Wish I wasn't stuck with it. Easy refunds. Just don't like the gameplay loop at all. I'll have to look at what other mods they have for that game. I don't know, I'm just not having fun playing it. I liked the combat in the first game a lot better, honestly. It was way more responsive. It still wasn't deep. They just made the combat like way slower, and it's like not really any much deeper. It's just slow. No, this game is a lot better. Let's play this instead. See, how did I play this game again? You put half damage on, and then you put frenzy mode on. Well, Tails mages pre-Abyss were actively garbage to play unless you had an actual person playing co-op with you. Once they got past Abyss, they started making the mages better. They at least have like some kind of melee option. Mages in Tails games were usually the most boring characters until Rita came along. Rita was OP. Rita was like the first time they made like an actual fun mage. Mages were pretty much relegated to the person you're playing with at less skill level, where they liked playing mages, then they were good. But actually playing one as your lead character, single player, was terrible. I like this game. This is an underrated roguelike, for sure. But definitely it's not a perfect game. The bosses that you can't stagger are pretty boring to fight. But that's pretty standard for any combo-based game, but I like this game as it's doing something different, you know? Character action roguelike.
Up we go.
Roguelikes have legit been a lot less interesting for me post Hades and Vampire Survivors. I think those games are ones I'm least interested in. As soon as I see something that looks like Vampire Survivors, I instantly lose interest. The only one I liked was Skybreakers, but that game was kind of not really much of a Vampire Survivors clone. So like, they actually expected you to dodge attacks. You had to manually attack and there was a dodge. And like, you had control of your moves and stuff. That game was cool. That was a nice little like $10 game. Wasn't like a complete clone. Doing something a little different at least.
Go. Get on. Up we go. Slice. Slice. Up we go.
East mages are fine, yeah, because they're not stripped of game mechanics. The thing about Tails mages, they're historically stripped of game mechanics, so they don't really feel meant for somebody playing alone to use.
Not this time. Up we go.
A lot of people play Tails games with their partners. Their partner will play the mage. Yeah, if you're playing by yourself, a Tails mage is not going to keep you engaged for a whole playthrough. Ys and Gyozo too, that's a different story.
Perfect.
The female mage sucks. Mostly just because she's a lolly. And she has like 4 frames of animation. The male mage has a much better sprite. I don't think anybody can deny that. That's why, like, people were so excited that the battle mage got into DNF Duel, because the battle mage in DFO is a cool concept, but held back by, like, objectively the worst sprite in the game. I don't know if you've ever looked at the female mage sprite, but she has like legit like 10 frames of animation. So even though I don't like lollies and stuff, they did a great job with that character.
I love you, tiny cubes.
If anybody needed to be in DNF Duel, it was the female mage. I definitely have some grievances with the final roster picks for that game, but even though I don't like lollies and stuff, it was cool to see the mage with an actual good character model. We're supposed to be redoing the fighter sprite soon. I'm like, man, that must be a hell of an undertaking. Every single costume has to be redone. I don't know why they're doing that, to be honest with you. I guess they have the money to do it. DNF Duel roster was only okay. It definitely wasn't as good as it should have been, but they did make some good choices. Namely, putting the Battle Mage in, despite not being an ad that I wanted, was a good choice. Let's go ahead and clear the rest of this, actually.
Not this time. You ready for this? Oh, there you go. Cutting loose.
What do you mean, 5th Awakening? Aren't they only on the 3rd Awakening? When did the 4th Awakening happen? It's news to me.
Oh, no, you don't. Break.
Scotty, a little bit longer, okay? Thank you, Scotty. It's alright, chill, Scott. We'll get some food tomorrow, okay? I'm gonna get some popsicles tomorrow.
Not this one, this.
Alright, we'll figure it out tomorrow, right? Yes. Thank you, Scott. I'm definitely having a lot more fun playing this than Hades. Exponentially more fun. Secret top tier roguelike right here.
Oh, no, you don't. Get on.
Ah, yeah, red parry, nice.
Get on. Slice. Not this time. Oh, no, you Break. Cutting loose. Not this time. This. You are about to discover the greatness of Fox cuisine. Wait, did it work? For real?
not giving me any keys this run. 0 keys. Oh, there's a chance right there. Get up there.
Up we go.
There we go. That was a good choice.
Auto you.
Any more keys in here? Nope.
Perfect. Cutting loose.
Oh, good. Got some more keys. Alright, let's go clean this place out. I haven't played this in months. A little bit rusty. Sometimes you get a key back. Lots of chests this run, but no keys. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Got time to finish this before I have to go home. There's no more shops, so cooking is the best thing to do.
You are about to discover the greatness of fox cuisine. I wonder if I can still do this with paws. Huh. Oh, no, no.
Giving me infinite chests but no keys. This is a low-key run. No pun intended. No keys at all. Also went the wrong way too, which is worse. Get lucky with my navigation choices. Run's almost over.
Oh, no, you don't. Up we go.
Oh, that's actually really busted. 2 charge attacks. OP.
Ready for this? Slide. Oh, no, you Slice. Ha. Bring it. Get on, cutting loose. Perfect. Cutting loose. This. Bring it. Ready for this? Ready for this?
Alright, end of the run. Let's see if I remember this boss.
Time to put you down. Be gone.
Get on. Oh, no, you don't. Ready. Cutting loose. Not this time. Cutting loose.
Jeez. Sadly, that wasn't a no-miss, but good run for not playing in months. Yeah, I started having a lot more fun when I stopped playing Hades. I just don't like that game. I understand it's a good game, but this is more up my alley. That was a good run. Good D-Rust run. I'll have to get the true ending on this someday, but I'm probably just gonna cheat to do it because I don't like playing the game that way. There you go. Full clear. This is the game I got sponsored for the Steam Deck for, so it's definitely special to me for that, but I also just legit like the game. Here I am in the credits. Actually, I was contacted for the sponsorship because I was one of the only people that was really talking about it. It's a good game. Action roguelikes have been really boring lately with all the Vampire Survivors and Hades clones. So this game stood out to me because it was doing something different. It's definitely got its faults. Namely, the bosses that don't stagger are not as well designed and aren't as fun to fight. But other than that, it's a great game. This and Entropy Effect are probably my two favorite roguelikes that come out in the past couple years. I'll play some more roguelikes tomorrow, since Marvel is broken. I'll play Nightmare the Lunatic. I want to get a clip of that. Let's see. What else do I have in my roguelike folder that's backlogged that I haven't beaten like 800 times? Dragon is Dead I'll play again when there's an update. Right now I'm out of things to do. Rogue Prince of Persia I can't play over here. The optimization is pretty poor. Let me look at my roguelike folder. Let's see here. Well, Lost Castle 2 I'll try tomorrow. That game's pretty decent. I think they've done a couple updates. I haven't checked back. But yeah, I bought this as well. Yeah, I think this will be the next one. Let me see what they added to Lost Castle. Let's see if this is Steam Deck kosher before I go. It's kind of laggy even without streaming last time, so I don't know if they patched it. It kind of fell off after the first week. No, this is not streamable. Getting below 60 FPS with nothing on the screen. Yeah, that game is really demanding, despite looking like a Flash game. Oh well, scratch that plan. I'll see you guys later. I might come back with some Towerborn tonight. I don't even want to try to run this while streaming, because it's gonna